What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of JB360. It's a little noisy over here. I'm over by the bike path, over by the Staten Island Mall, but we're gonna make do with what we got here in terms of noise adjustments. But yeah, I have here the Solar P1 3.0. This is rocking two 1200 watt motors, one in the front, one in the back. Obviously, we also have this very nice sleek deck. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I think it measures at about 21 inches, which is like perfect for like portability and kind of storing either at your home or office and whatnot. Another great thing that the P1 has is an adjustable handlebar stem, so you can actually adjust the heights just by pushing in a button here like that, and you can adjust through the three heights. It's hard to do it with one hand right now, but once you press this in, you can actually bring the stem up or down between these three heights over here. We have a little small headlight over here right by the bottom, mainly for visibility. Doesn't really span that far, but it's enough to have at least people kind of see you and notice you while you're on the road. You also have this really nice luminescent Tron deck. I chose the blue whatchamacallit, the blue LED. You can actually order whichever color you want. We have here the front and rear suspension over there. Got the nice rear spring. Coupled with the motors are these all-terrain tires. Apparently these are puncture proof. I guess it must be, you know, some kind of common technology with a lot of these scooters now. They're integrating puncture-proof tires, which is really good, especially if you're going to be commuting in the city with all these like different types of surfaces, you know, construction sites and stuff like that. You don't want to get caught with a flat, so that's really nice. Stem does fold down, so yeah, all you have to do really is just hit that latch right there, and then the stem does go down, which is really nice, like that, like so. So as we make our way to the handlebar, over here on the left side, we have the on and off switch for the light over there, so you can see. And we also have the horn function. You know, it's more of that, it's not really, you know, super loud for cars, but I would say possibly for the bike path. Over here, we have the odometer and trip meter. Right over here displays your battery level. We have our overall trip mileage right here. Where it says gear is basically what mode we're in, so you can cycle through just by hitting the M button here between sport, eco, and we call drive just kind of like regular mode. And then we have the speedometer over here, as well as a key ignition and a trigger throttle right here. So that's really nice. I mean, for me, the trigger throttles, it does get a little bit, you have to get used to it, which I'll talk about later on. You want to have your index finger here, then also have your middle finger and ring finger here on the brakes. Some people like it because it does prevent sort of this whiskey throttle motion, but overall, it could be a little bit awkward if you're not, you know, used to riding something like this. So, but overall, really nice, really nice. I would say the aesthetic of the Solar is definitely, one word to describe it, I guess it'd be like rugged. It's in a good way though. I mean, you know, you could obviously see the clear suspension quality on the sides over here. The brakes are cable brakes, which are nice, and it does activate a brake light over here. And yeah, I mean, if you would compare it to some of the other scooters on the market, obviously, you know, design-wise, it's more of that sort of like industrial, sort of like rugged look, sort of coupled with the RGB light show on the deck. But overall, it's a nice scooter, definitely. I mean, I do like the portability of it. Like I said, the deck is a bit small, which is kind of nice. It's very portable, and lifting it up, it only weighs about like, I don't know, close to like 50-60 pounds or something like that. But yeah, overall it's nice, man. I mean, these are good components here. Tires seem pretty high quality. You got the fenders on the front and back, which are standard. And yeah, I mean, this thing is definitely a beast. I mean, the sine wave controllers themselves are already, like, you could already feel the difference in terms of power between like other scooters in this category. And you could tell it definitely was tuned for torque. But yeah, so yeah, let's take this out on a little ride on the path and see how it performs. I'll do a little top speed test between the 3 modes, and yeah, see overall how we like it. All right, guys, we are on the Solar P1 3.0, testing out the capabilities of the scooter. Woo. And one thing I could say for sure is this scooter has a lot of power. The fact that it is using sine wave controllers, it still feels very, very torquey, especially upon takeoff. Ooh. Right now I have it on the sport mode, the highest mode, but I'm going to dumb it back down to just regular drive. All right, so on regular drive mode, we're hitting about 26 miles an hour, I would say. Just not too bad for just regular cruising. Now, if I flip it to eco, let's see, full throttle off a roll, 17, 18. Can we hit 20? I think it's at about 18 miles an hour on mode 1. Now if I flip it onto sport mode, we're going to lean forward. Oh man! Gonna hit about 40 miles an hour. Woo! Oh man. I gotta say, I mean, comparing this to the Awesome Gallop, which I reviewed not too long ago, this definitely gets to that 30 to 35 mile per hour mark a lot quicker. Definitely can't deny that. I wasn't able to get a full charge from the scooter after I unboxed it, so hopefully I can get back home without any issues. But one thing, when you do get the scooter, off the bat you'll notice the deck size. The deck size is a little bit smaller than most like high-powered scooters. This one is pretty compact. I think they were really thinking about the whole like storage aspect for the P1 3.0. So the deck is a little bit small. These tires though, they feel really nice. They're definitely a bit rugged, like definitely for like all trail use. And yeah, so far they feel really nice. Also coupled with the suspension, it feels pretty good. Like I'm just cruising here, man. This is nice. We were actually able to get to 40 miles an hour, unlike the Awesome Gallop, which we struggled actually to hit 38. This thing hit 40 miles very, very quick. Very pleasantly surprised with that. And it is rush hour, guys, so we're hitting a lot of traffic here. Feeling good though. Feeling good on regular, on the second mode. Feeling pretty comfortable with it so far. And this thing has some power, man. It's crazy. One thing I will say, I'm not used to the trigger throttle as much. I haven't ridden the NAN robot in such a long time, and it is kind of awkward if you're not used to it. Like where your trigger finger is, the brake is also. So you got to kind of keep your pointer finger here on the throttle, and then also your middle and ring finger on the brake. That's kind of just the way it is. Let's see how it handles the bumps. Ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh. All right. Little one shit. Yeah, we hit that. We hit that bump pretty hard. Yeah. On trails, this thing does pretty well. Over here, a lot of cyclists are known to slip because of the wetness that accumulates on the bridge, on the metal. Woo! Very nice, very nice. The grips feel good. Suspension feels good. I think if you're definitely using this as an urban commuter, uh, this can handle the streets pretty well in terms of keeping up with traffic. Honestly, I do like Mode 2 over Mode 3, actually. I mean, obviously with sport, you're going to be running through that battery rather quickly. So I think 2 is like obviously the nice sweet spot. Um, I would flip it to sport mode if you're looking to pass cars. Yo, these, oh my god. I've never seen a crater on a freaking bike path like that. That thing looks insane. Woo! Oh yeah. Woo! Man, that torque does not get old. Oh my gosh. Dual motors, man. Dual motors. Nothing like it, man. So one thing I forgot to mention is the single motor option, which is the S button here. It's located on the dash. You can flip between single and dual motor, which is really convenient, especially if you don't want to sort of bomb it down a crowded path. So on single motor, it's still pretty strong, man. Look at it. That's on mode 2. And it's obviously less torquey when you don't have the dual motors on. But still, it's really, really nice. Now that it's nighttime, you can really see the Tron deck. Super visible. Really, really like it. Especially that rear light as well. Also, another feature I forgot to mention. This does have collapsible handlebars. So you can actually pull these out and these will fold in. And then you can actually get even more storage with the skier. So that's really a big plus in my book, especially with the handlebars folding up. All right, we're on the highest mode right now. Woo! Oh yeah. Man, out of the scooters that I've tested so far, no lie, this is probably one of the fastest ones that's at this price point right now. We're going on a slide uphill here. Woo! Oh. Woo. As with all of our reviews, we're going to go through some pros and cons and kind of see who this scooter is really meant for. So let's get into it. In terms of pros, this is definitely a torquey scooter. Even though it is using sine wave controllers, the kickback from the dual motors, once they're engaged, man, that thing just reaches 30 miles in probably like 4 seconds. Overall, I think in terms of, if you're sort of looking for an entry-level scooter, but you do want that speed to match, sort of like keeping up with a lot of the other like 40-mile-an-hour scooters, speed, my gosh, even through the 3 modes, even through eco mode, that thing just almost wants to like kick back and throw you back. It is definitely a torquey scooter, and in terms of top speed, it's definitely as advertised. Another thing too that I do like the portability. The fact that you can actually adjust this, so you can actually move the stem all the way down, fold the stem in, have it in that locking position, is definitely great for storing, especially at home or at work, where you can kind of like stealth charge your scooter if you wanted to. So the third pro, and this is just overall with this scooter, in its price range at under $1,400, you're getting a 40-mile-an-hour scooter. If you can just like think about that, it's like, a lot of it you could compare it to like the Varla, you can compare it to the Awesome Gallop, a lot of those budget scooters that are under this price range. This definitely would probably be at the top of that list in terms of value, because of what you're getting. And just an added bonus too, I do like the fact that the deck is small. A lot of people, maybe for taller riders, they do like the sort of the wider deck or the longer deck. But I do like the shorter deck. It does feel more compact, especially when you're going through traffic and you're kind of like weaving through in and out of cars. But yeah, it is definitely, in terms of that sort of nimbleness, and being that the form factor is small with the deck, it does allow a lot of maneuverability within traffic. Okay, guys, I know we don't like to hear, we don't like to talk about it, but there are cons with the scooter, and they're kind of like minor cons, or you can take it as is. But I would say one of the major cons, or at the top of the list, would probably be the battery. This is a 52 volt, 18 amp hour battery that you're running. I mean, you have access to this battery actually through the deck here, so if you needed to get an aftermarket battery, you can do that. But yeah, I mean, the 18 amp hours, it doesn't, I would say, just from my testings with riding, and we've only done about maybe 10 miles, it's already almost at like 50%, 50% capacity, and we've been riding it aggressively. I mean, if you are riding it, say like in Eco or in the Mode 2, you probably get a little bit more mileage out of it, but for me, like, I do like to ride these type of scooters in sport mode for most of the time. So you will probably see something in the range of about 15 to 20 miles, maybe per charge, depending on how aggressive you ride. So if you're looking for a long-range scooter, I don't think this would be the one. Definitely for for, I would say, maybe the short to medium commute, this would definitely excel in that category. But in terms of that long commute, like if you're looking at like 30 plus miles for your work commute, or something like that, maybe even 25 miles, if you don't have access to a charger at work, or for any matter, probably wouldn't be for you. This scooter probably wouldn't be for you. The other con, I would say, is, it's kind of minor. It's more aesthetic. But I mean, the fact that there is a LED light strip here, I mean, it would be cool if there was an app where you can kind of control that. You know, maybe even have like alternating colors or something like that. Because it is kind of weird in my opinion that you do have to. I mean, you do have the option to choose like your color deck, I guess. But I mean, I'm sure there are ways to incorporate sort of like a universal RGB strip here, so you can actually change the color without having to purchase a specific color for the P1, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so those were two cons that I would probably say stand out the most. But yeah, overall, man, this scooter is really really amazing. I mean, if you do want to make this into a long range commuter, you can, like I mentioned before, you can get an aftermarket battery because solar does make it easy to get to the deck, to the battery. And I mean, this thing is super compact, man. Like, this thing is super small. Like, I would say that this is about 3/4 of the size of the Awesome Gala, and it does have the collapsible handlebars, like I mentioned, and it's just storing it and even just keeping it like within like your home. It's just it doesn't take up any space. It's awesome, and it goes 40 miles an hour. It is a beast. I mean, if you do plan on riding this on sport mode all the time, you'll definitely burn through that battery very, very quickly. So just keep that in mind, if you're thinking about getting the 3.0. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed today's review. I enjoyed riding this scooter from pretty much day to night, and I'm a little beat, but hope you all enjoyed the footage. Hope you all enjoyed the review. And yeah, if you guys like the scooter, if you don't like the scooter, feel free to comment down below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.